So boom, right? This is what we got going on. QueenzFlip and Joe Budden, JBP boys back at it again. They are doing a back and forth. They're going at it about some business stuff. Business relations between them two and a third party, Ian, who is somebody as far as the Joe Budden, he might be the accountant, the Joe Budden Podcast Network's business, and he also was managing QueenzFlip or something along those lines. We're going to react to it. I'm going to leave out some of the like alluding and like just to build up. I'm going to leave that out and we're going to get to the meat and potatoes of this so we don't have to waste too much time. Let's get it.
Me and you can turn it up.
You don't want to turn it.
Me and you could be the ones to turn it up.
You don't want to turn up for real. You gonna do it, you gonna edit it out. The shit I was coming here to say, and I saw your man, I'll fry y'all niggas' asses up. I can tell him why I'm mad.
Let's hear it.
And I couldn't believe they was talking to a nigga as experienced as me on who to blame for this decision. But here's the thing. I didn't like the conversation that I had with the business partner of yours, nigga.
So not yours anymore?
No, of yours.
But at one point it was yours.
I don't give a fuck. Well, when you, that's true. That's true. And
you have developed a relationship with this person outside of Joseph Anthony
and
Budden
I realized
or any of my companies or businesses.
Once
you
that's a fact.
did that. We're going to be accountable.
I am accountable for that. But then when
you trusted someone to have your best interest at heart at all times.
True.
That's only a decision one person can make with that person.
I have to give him respect.
How I end up in this conversation.
See, watch this. He wants to overtalk.
No, I'll shut up.
I have to give respect because it was made clear that when it comes to Joe, I can't be in the middle of that. So that's where the respect comes from. So I'm not gonna lie and make it seem like I wasn't already warned. When it comes to anything with Joe pertaining to business, I can't get involved.
I just want you to tell people what you meant.
Now we're gonna get into some basic business talk, kids. Business talk 101. Let's get to it. Conflict of interest. That's exactly what this is. As far as the individual, Ian, that they're talking about. Ian, from this conversation, from things you haven't heard yet, I would gather that Ian, if he's not the accountant, he's still tied into the money. Because Joe was going to say later that basically he made a shot call to stop having QueenzFlip paid extra and stuff like that. And he made that call to Ian. Ian made it stop. That's what I gathered from the conversation. So even if he's not the accountant, he's tied in to the money part of making things happen with the Joe Budden podcast. QueenzFlip has this same individual as a manager or whatever the case may be, looking over his contract, whatever the case may be. I don't want to speculate too much, but what it sounds like is he was his manager or something along those lines. Now, why is that a conflict of interest? You can't expect the person representing you to have your best interest at heart if they also have to have the person who you're doing a deal with's best interest at heart. So if we look at this, I'll break it down real simple for you. Joe Budden's best interest is to make the podcast as profitable as possible while only giving out the money to the talent that was negotiated or agreed upon within the contract that they signed. Not to be giving extra money out for no reason, because that takes away from the business's money. QueenzFlip, his interest in this situation is to pretty much continue to get a perpetual raise that he asked for only 3 months. So when it comes down to it, when you have somebody like Ian in the middle, you can't expect him to say something like, well, my client has been doing good, so you should continue to keep him happy. But no, because his whole job is to basically be something like an accountant for this podcast. So that would be bad accounting if he was to do that. And even then, it's low-key, you could low-key point at him for making that mistake and letting that shit continue. So if he was to stick up for QueenzFlip in that situation, it would seem like the conflict of interest would be he's putting QueenzFlip interest over Joe's interest. Doesn't work well. Let's continue.
I want you to tell anybody that's listening what Joe Budden did and why you mad at me about it.
Tap out, yo. Why? It's gonna sound crazy? No, it's not.
Say it.
It's a money thing, nigga.
Tell him.
I got an increase.
No.
I didn't get an increase. So what I got?
You ain't get it. Hey, listen.
You don't want to talk about it, exactly.
Nah, I do want to talk about
Cut it out.
I don't run around. Hey, Danny Chicks.
Now stop.
Live it up.
See, you playing
It's
around
true.
with me.
Stop, because this is drag. I want to get through it. Yo, I don't give increases middle of the contract. I don't know no company that really do. So I didn't give you an increase. I didn't give nobody an increase. Who did I give an increase to?
My nigga, I'm single-handedly, you know what I'm single-handedly responsible.
See, they doing a lot of dancing and shit. I'm cutting a lot of that shit out. You see it's kind of chopped up because it's like, bro, let's get to the point. So let cut through the bullshit.
All we want the audience to know
Okay.
is how'd you get an increase?
I hit you guys up, and yo, big dog here. I said, yo, I need this.
What did you say?
I gave you a time frame.
So you're not gonna tell the audience.
I gave you a time frame. Okay.
This is how it gets tricky.
That's true.
with
You're right.
Joe
You're right.
Budden.
You're right. I'm not gonna lie.
I get my back
Let me
kicked
fix it.
in
Let me fix it,
because
nigga.
the details get blurry.
I asked for an increase for a certain amount of months.
How many months?
3
Three
months.
3 months.
Yes.
Go ahead, continue your story.
Okay.
That the third month passed, and what happened?
It kept going.
The fourth month passed, and what happened?
It kept going.
The fifth month passed, and what happened?
It shut off.
No, it did not.
I was given.
My math is very good. The fifth month passed, and it still happened. So Joe Budden one day looked up and said, hey, I'm just paying somebody extra money for longer than they said that they needed it. That's not in the contract. That's not accounted for nowhere. It's just giving it. So do you still need that? Or can I go back to...
No.
Or can I go back to whatever...
That's a fact. All right,
can I go back to whatever your contract states? If not, then...
That's bullshit, yo. Stop it. Stop. You too fly for that,
You got
my
the
nigga.
floor.
You too fly
You got
for
the
that.
floor.
At the end of the day,
Come on, we can't hold the audience hostage. You have the floor.
At the end of the day, we could play semantics if we want to. At the end of the day, even if that was the case, the job is to keep your niggas happy that's bringing in numbers and
There
doing
we
good
go.
up here. That's your job. Once a nigga said we want to abide by a contract, that job ceased, nigga. It's null and void. Because you technically want to be about it. Me doing improper went against the contract anyway. Me doing improper was not a part of the contract. Me coming here extra days is not a part of the contract.
I have not said one word.
So we got to stop right here and address a few elephants in the room. The first thing I'm going to say before we get to the real shit. If you look at Rory and Mal was Joe Budden's friends, for real. They fell out because of business. And you could flip it any other way you want, because Joe did it, but they fell out because of business. So you coming into this as Joe's friend, seeing that situation that happened with his other friends, you have to be a very naive individual to come in and not be on your P's and Q's when it comes to the business, not understanding this is a business situation, not understanding that his other friends are no longer his friends because of business, and you just want to trust dude and just all that, like, and just, you think it's something that it's not. It's business. It's business. And all this whole shit says is QueenzFlip is not business savvy. He's not business. And look, I don't care. He could fucking be like, oh, nigga, I done made $80 million and I'm fucking, nigga, I'm super up. Nigga, where your business at? I don't care about none of that, because it doesn't change what's in the clip. It doesn't change the context of what's going on. And I'm going to tell you where, and this is the real shit. When I say I'm going to get to the real shit, this is the real shit right here. He lost when he said your job is to keep your employees happy. He lost. Now we got to put on the business caps again. We going to go over this and go over what an employer's job is when it comes to this. So the first thing we're going to go over is morale. You have the morale of the employees and stuff like that. You want to try and do whatever you can to keep the morale high. What do people usually do? You know, they'll do stuff like give pizza parties, give recognition as far as certificates and things of that nature. That's what they do. So you have that. Then outside of that, you do want to create a good work environment for everybody. And usually that's done through managing how the managers and everybody interacts with the employees and trying to keep the environment from being toxic, which the Joe Budden podcast is definitely not aiming to do that at all because they're trying to make entertainment. So you're going to have spicy interactions all the time. And that may even come down to other things like making sure that bed bugs is not in the building or whatever. But when you look at those two things, the morality of employees and creating a good work environment, those are the areas where they typically look to make employees happy. Now, guess what I didn't mention? Bonuses. Because bonuses, for the most part, are not to keep the employees happy. Now, you may think, oh, Mello, you have no idea what you're talking about. You're bullshitting. Well, let's break it down. You have performance bonuses and commission. What are those for? Those are for doing your job exceptionally well. The purpose of those is to motivate you to perform and to reward you financially for your performances. Bonuses usually have structure, same with commission. And they are not usually in a contract because you don't usually sign a contract when you go to a job, but the bonus structure is made clear. And in some jobs, they don't even have a bonus structure. Then you look at referral bonuses. That's for bringing us more employees. We will give you more money for bringing an employee. Then you have sign-on bonus. And what a sign-on bonus typically is, we will reward you because we have a very quick turnaround where people usually get out of here within 30 days. We will reward you for staying more than 30 days, 90 days, whatever the case is. And sometimes it's strictly just to entice people to come and work for us long term. So what do all of those have in common? All of those have in common, you do something that benefits the business in a way that we want to influence directly. That's what it all is. Now, when you get to Christmas bonuses, that's the only bonus they just throw at you to where that might be the bonus to keep you happy for real. That might be the one type of bonus to keep you happy. I say all that to say, if you think that it's a business or an employer's job to keep you happy by giving you extra money that you asked for a specific time frame, outside of that time frame, and just saying, you know what? I like him. We're just going to continue to go outside of what he asked and just give him this raise permanently. That is a poor expectation when it comes to business. And he is thinking that this is a friendship more than a business. And he's thinking that business should be conducted solely on the basis of friendship. Fuck the contract. I'm your man's. Give me more money.
Right,
I'm just saying.
Don't merge your conversation with
what I'm
somebody
trying
else
to
with me.
tell you is that you, as my man, once you found out I was upset, you ain't call me and say or tell him, yo, let's figure it out. You ain't say that. You let that nigga talk to me on the phone, give me an excuse that don't make sense to me. So now it's like, all right, fuck you. I don't want to talk to you. I'm gonna come do it. I check. Yo, big dog. Oh, February. So that nigga knew I was his. I'm gonna do what I gotta do because I wasn't feeling this way. Before that conversation, I wasn't feeling this way. I had a whole vision, but now I see.
Come on, I want our emotions.
I salute. And it's not emotional. I still
I'm
love
letting
you.
the audience know out there, Flip is mad at me that I did exactly what he asked me to do.
No, I'm wrong?
Yes.
Nigga, if a nigga doing a good job and you look out for a nigga, you keep it going, nigga, to keep a nigga happy. I'm not gonna come and say, yo, hey, yo, big dog, you know what I'm doing? And on top of that, when I was doing my bullshit, you checked me outside. Yo, nigga, you leaving? You doing a lot of bullshit? I had to check myself at the door and say, nigga, I gotta show up and I gotta participate.
Do you know what an accountant does for a living?
They don't make decisions. And you not gonna tell me that? And a white guy not gonna tell me that.
I didn't say that. They look at the paper.
Fuck you too. They're not making me feel like that.
The accountants look at the paper. I'm saying this and I'm moving on. The accountants look at the paper and make sure all the numbers match up to the papers.
I see what you're saying.
That's all they do.
I'm wrong then.
They don't know that we got a relationship. They don't know we fly. They don't know
Why you
numbers
call me?
up.
Why you call me?
Because fuck you, I'm eating sushi with Amani.
If you look out for a nigga, he doing a good job, you keep it going. That's what this man said. That is not how business works. It's just not. Everything that I said in the last clip of me talking is it just all fleshed out even more in that last clip. Joe Budden is meeting the terms that they agreed to, so it's nothing to discuss. It's nothing to be mad about. You wanted to overextend yourself. That's on you. That's on you. People overextend themselves at they 9 to 5 every day to get a promotion, really that's it, to get a promotion. They be trying to get brownie points and all types of stuff to get a promotion. Some people even snitch on the other employees. They'll beef with the other employer, all types of shit. Just to get that promotion. What does the promotion get them to? More paper. You can't get no promotion at the Joe Budden podcast. You are the on-screen talent. You're pretty much as high as it gets. The only thing you can do is ask for a raise from that position. You asked for a temporary raise. Should have asked for a permanent raise. How about that? And even then, you lucky you got that, because a nigga working at Coca-Cola, a nigga working at motherfucking FedEx Kinko's, a nigga working at Pizza Hut, a nigga working at motherfucking Amazon corporate, them niggas cannot go to their boss and ask for 3 months of extra money. And trust me, them niggas got a way worse job than what the fuck you doing over there at the JBP. I'm done on that note. Be sure to subscribe.